What's going on, boys? This freaking starter's harder than I thought it was gonna be to get out. I actually got it out, like the wiring and everything's off of it, and it's like hanging there, but I can't sneak it out. I'm having fucking trouble here, guys. I would have had this thing done already, like an hour ago, but the damn starter won't come out. It's just chilling there. So I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, to be honest with you guys. I gotta figure what the hell to do with this, because it is not coming out. This little tab right here is like in the way. I think it's for the motor mount. Hopefully you guys can see that, but it's a pain in the ass. I'm gonna keep working here. Hopefully I get it out. I'm pretty sure some of you Toyota guys are probably like, Nestor, you're supposed to like tilt it this way and like a little bit move it over there. But your boy's first time removing the starter on this Toyota, so I gotta figure it all out myself. Like I actually wrote in my email today. If you guys aren't signed up for my newsletter, make sure you guys sign up, nestormendoza.com newsletter. I wrote that at the end of the day, you're by yourself, okay? You guys have given me all the advice in the world, and I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, my journey is my own, okay? With everything I do, whether it's a starter, whether it's fucking anything, at the end of the day, nobody can do the work for you. Well, somebody come and do the work for me, but I'm gonna have to figure this shit out eventually, right? Because it's not the last time I'm gonna do a starter on a car. So at the end of the day, you're on your own, okay? And that might sound a little bit discouraging, but it really isn't, because when you realize that you're by yourself and you're on your own and nobody else is gonna do the work for you, you figure out, you accept the fact that you're gonna have to work, you accept the fact that you're on your own, you accept the fact that this is it, and then you start figuring out new ways to fucking figure problems out, right? So it's actually encouraging for me, because I'm like, dude, when I figure this out, I'll be stronger, I'll be better, obviously. But I don't depend on people, which is, you know, it sounds a little fucked up, but it really isn't, because I'd rather be able to do things by myself than have somebody else have to do the work for me. Of course, there's context to this, guys. If you're running a business, you obviously want people to help you. If you want to grow really, really big, you're gonna have to have people that you can trust. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that your journey is yours, and once you figure that out, once you know that it's yours, you'll be able to take the steps to get to where you want to go. Okay, and everybody else is there to accelerate your journey. You know, people that give you advice, people that kind of give you. What's up, Chuck? No problem. Are you filming? Yep. Yeah, tell everyone I said hi. Chuck says hi, guys. At the end of the day, you're on your own. And everybody there is to help you get to your end goal way faster. But it's your fucking path to take. Realize that, and you'll be happier. I'm gonna get this fucking starter out, guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Got one bolt out, baby. Torque converter bolt out. We got one. I didn't have to remove the starter, thankfully. I would have kind of like moved it out of the way and get my 3/8 with 17mm on the bolts. So I'm able to kind of like get it in there, but they're fucking tight, man. I had to like hang on this thing. I was like, Gah! It popped off. Ugh. All right, let's get the next one. Okie dokie, gentlemen. All right. Anyways, turn the engine to get to the next bolt. This one should have like 405 bolts. It's like a Chevy style. The bolts, there's not a stud coming out of the torque converter. It has like a nut on the torque converter, which is nice. I like that style better because it's easier to find the bolt holes when I had to put it back on and put the tranny back in. It's a lot easier to line everything up doing it with this style of bolts. So very happy with Toyota. They are thinking about the mechanics and the repair guys when they're designing these cars, which I really, really like, because it makes our life easier. Repairs cheaper, repairs better, and there's more people that can do them, which is better for the customer, better for everybody. Unless you want to run a monopoly like Volvo, but monopolies always fucking don't work because you can't monopolize labor. Well, you can, but it's very difficult. You know what I'm saying? You can't. We'll talk about it another day in one of the emails or something. But today we're just gonna talk about auto repair. I don't feel like talking about business right now. I love talking about business. It's my favorite thing to talk about, honestly. I can talk about business all fucking day, but it is what it is. I like to actually do also business. And that's the biggest difference between me and a lot of people, guys. Not only do I fucking tell you what to do with the business, I actually do it. So like, there's no theory here. This is all by fucking experience. There we go. Fuck. Fuck. I was hanging on that thing, dude. Holy shit. That one is tight. Ugh. Like a virgin. If you guys don't get that joke, I don't have to tell you. Okay. Okay, you gotta make sure that the fucking socket is on the nut or on the bolt. Fuck! Come on, you fucker. Fuck! Oh yeah. Okay, I think I got it. Whew. Jesus Christ. Well, Toyota, it's bolted tight, boy. Bolted tight. Alright, gentlemen, I think I got it. Let me get the rest of them out. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Boom, baby. 6 bolts later, we got it off. So now the hard part's done. That was the hard part, to be honest with you guys. Fuck, getting it back in is gonna be, it shouldn't be very difficult. I gotta just make sure that I use a little bit of Loctite on these because they were fucking tight. Tight. I mean, I just didn't have a good leverage, but still, it was fucking hard to get them out. Luckily, I had enough room in there to get the 3/8 ratchet, and my hand fucking popped those fuckers out. Now I'm gonna drop the tranny. Should have been done. I should have done this yesterday, but it's 10:30 now. But I started at 10, so another half an hour to get this started out. Not a big deal. Still under my 2-hour mark to get the tranny out, and talking to you guys, so I'm pretty good on time right now. Anyways, let's go ahead and drop this tranny, change out this rear seal, and then go from there.
And he is at a loss of life. Lifting weights, that's complete fucking bullshit, what you just said. I'm not saying that you're full of shit, but whoever wrote that is so anti-scientific, I can't even fucking express it to you. Fuck that author, period. Anyway, getting back to the fucking point, don't interrupt me again. Getting back to the point. So, lifting weights, what it does for you is it takes these time-tested qualities, pick up heavy-weighted objects, you move them, you get a feel for your body, you have to visualize your aesthetics, you have to visualize your
Alright guys, all set. Gotta replace this rear main. Okay boys, quick one. Taking off the rear flex plate, and then behind the flex plate we have the ring tooth gear for the crank position sensor, excuse me. You gotta make sure when you remove this, it's marked, so you put it back in the exact same place. Because if it is off a tooth, the car won't run properly, and it'll probably throw out a crank sensor code. So make sure that you mark everything. So I'm gonna mark this tooth because this is the one that's gonna be actually with the cam position sensor, and then I'm gonna mark it like over here, like an independent spot, so that I have like enough marks on everything, and I don't fuck this up. So the last thing I want is for me to have to remove the tranny again to get everything timed properly. So make sure you just mark everything like in positions that you know it's gonna remind you how to put shit back together. Okay, and I have everything videotaped right now, so then like I can put it back together if I wanted to, exactly like how I did it, just because I know where all the marks are and everything. I suggest taking a picture too with your phone or something just to be sure. It's better to be safe than sorry, guys, especially when this fucking tranny is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be because of the damn starter. But anyways, that's how you do that. Also boys, be really careful with this thing. Put it somewhere safe, because if you fuck this up, the whole entire car will run improperly. Anyways, keep that shit safe somewhere. I put it under a toolbox so I don't step on it. Also, rear main seal is leaking. Hopefully you guys can see that. A little bit of wetness there. Let me try to focus for you guys. 1 second here, boys. You guys already know. Rear main leak there. Pop that bad boy out. Put a new one in there. Should be all good to go. Little break from the Toyota boys because your boy fucked up the seal, the brand new seal. So this is Wait, this is the old one. This is the old one. Anyways, a new one, it went in crooked. So like it went in a little bit too far on this end and I couldn't get it out. So I had to like put in a screwdriver and like pop it out. But when I did that, it pinched the seal. So I wasn't gonna fucking put it back in because a new seal is like 15 bucks and there's no fucking way I'm gonna risk having this thing leak again for $15. So your boy just got a brand new one. It just got delivered now, but I'm doing the struts on this bad boy, on this Lexus. They're actually pretty easy to do. Lexus C or 200H or whatever the fuck this thing is, the hybrid. Anyways, struts, same old, same old. No real difference between this one and any other car. Struts are the same, guys. 2 bolts that hold the strut to the spindle, the knuckle, and then there's 1 little hole for the sway bar, and then the 3 bolts on the top. Very easy to do. Variances, there's not very many variances on these. Very easy to do. But anyways, that's about it. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. I know I am. It's a very beautiful day here in California. California, the only thing you pay for here is the fucking weather. Everything else sucks. The women are hot. Some, I want to say about 30% of the women here are like hot. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. That's about it. Everybody else is like not that hot. So it's hard to find cuties just walking around the street. It's not a very good city to live in just because, or state to live in just because it's really expensive and everything's so far away that it's not even worth it. Just because you have to have a fucking car to get anywhere. Like I can't walk 2 minutes and then get to the bank, get to the cafe, get to my dry cleaners, and get to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I have to fucking drive 15 minutes to get anywhere. Drive 15 minutes. As I travel more, I start realizing how shitty California is. The only thing that's good here is the weather, the beaches. Good place to make money though, because everybody here is rich, just because they're all retired. So it's kind of cool in that sense. A lot of higher income people, but the actual living situation sucks. It's not the best. The weather's cool, but that's about it. I'd rather fucking be in Miami, New York, Barcelona. I'd rather be in Rome. I'd rather be in Venice, because those places are actually fucking cool to live in. So many hot girls, really cool guys, people that are like smart, intellectual. They like having conversations. In California, man, it's completely fucking different. I don't know. The more I travel, the more I realize California ain't shit. Lucky to be born here. I'm very happy that I was born here because I have a lot of opportunity as far as money-wise. But besides that, it's not the shit. Anyways, that's about it. That's about it on that. I'm gonna get back to work. Okay, boys. New struts. New strut mounts. Got them from Lexus. I couldn't find these bad boys anywhere. KYB didn't make them. Nobody made these things. So I had to get them from the dealer. Sucks, but they were actually here on time and everything. So we're good to go. Let's pop these bad boys in. Alright, boys. We got a new seal in. Same day. I just changed the shirt because I got so sweaty doing the fucking struts. I couldn't get one of the damn mounts on. I couldn't get it on. I wish I would have shown you guys, but I was too fucking frustrated. Anyways, got the new seal in. Got to throw this bad boy in. Hopefully it goes in straight this time. It better fucking go in straight because I do not want to order another one. It's pretty late already. It's already 4 o'clock. 3:30, 3:40. So I got an hour and a half to get this shit done as much as I can done. I probably won't finish today just because it's already late in the day. Let's get it. Jesus Christ. Anyways, the fucking seal went inside the damn block to fish it out. I tapped it in and it, boom, went inside. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's fucking inside. God, man. Jesus. So now I'm gonna have to fucking fish it out, get another fucking seal, and do this shit all over again. I am a little bit upset with myself. Don't mean to curse too much, but you know how I am. God damn it, Nestor. I get really frustrated with myself because I should fucking know better than do this shit twice. Once is like, I get it. Twice is like, get it together, bro. Fuck. I'm gonna fuck up the seal getting it out. It always happens. It always happens. No matter what you do, you fuck it up. Unless you're very, very careful, which is not my forte. It always gets fucked up. So I'm gonna have to buy another fucking seal. Wait till tomorrow to finish this fucking job. Fuck, that sucks. All right, I'm gonna get this thing out and then not be frustrated because I don't want to be on camera pissed off. All right, guys, hold on. Okay, something I didn't want to do, but I'm gonna have to do is remove the back cover because this shit ain't coming out. Okay, gentlemen, so what I'm gonna have to do is take off this back cover because the seal won't come out. I tried. I normally don't like to remove stuff like this because I have to reseal it and there's more of a chance for it to leak. It wasn't leaking, the rear main seal was the main issue, so I figured just pop it out, pop it back in without removing this plate, but I'm gonna have to now because the seal went in. So it is what it is. Just gotta get it done now, reseal it properly, and it should be fine. But like I said, I try not to take as many risks. Try not to take unnecessary risk, and this is one that didn't want to do, but gonna have to. Okay, guys, got the backing plate off, got the seal out. Now I'm gonna be able to put this on and then put it on the crank. Like I said, I normally don't like to remove stuff just because there's more likeliness that I'm gonna fuck something up. So like in this case, I could forget to like clean a spot here and then like not put silicone on it, and then the silicone doesn't hold because there's like oil on it, and then I got to do this entire job over again. Obviously, I'm gonna try my best to make sure that doesn't happen, make sure everything's super clean, super everything, you know. But I try to avoid that just because it takes too much extra time to do stuff like this when you could just put the damn seal in. It is what it is, not a big deal. We're gonna have to do it now, so it is what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off, get the seal in tomorrow, put it back in tomorrow, and then finish it up tomorrow early in the morning because I can't really do anything else. I don't have another seal. So anyways, that's it for today, boys. Thanks so much for watching. Like always, sign up for my newsletter because I've been putting out a whole bunch of really good content. Just a whole bunch of really good shit on there. Anyways, see you tomorrow.
What is good? 50 million! Smash that like button, it's right down there, I know you've seen it! What are you, blind?
What's going on, boys? I know, another day, another dollar. So today, I'm gonna show you guys my entire day. First thing I did was go to the chiropractor. Chiropractor is very important, especially after you get in an accident. So as you guys know, I got in a car accident not too long ago, fucked up my neck. That's all good for the most part. Now we're fixing mostly on my lower back. Every time I get adjusted, I take huge dumps afterwards because the vertebrae that's actually out of place, the main problem, is pinching the nerves that go to my digestive system. So every time I get adjusted and get that back into place, I just take huge amounts of dumps, dude, like the entire day. So today I just took one. I'll probably be taking one in another 2 hours, but it really does help. It's incredible. But I'll show you the video now. And then I want to talk about it more just because it's helped so much.
Awesome.
Because I completely relaxed.
You're right. I want the right to show. The right is about to happen in short right now. Turn your head left. Turn your head left side. Back to center. Turn your head right side. Back to center. Thank you, Dan.
Getting adjusted.
Huh?
I always have a really crazy digestion day.
After adjustment?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I've seen. It's just that like all day I just poop
Really?
Yeah.
Then easy squeeze. Great. Let go. Punch it under your nose. Yeah. Right on your back. Both on your back, please. Excellent. Right over the head. Both over the head. Let the body relax. Yeah. Arms down. Turn your head right side. Left one over the head. And then I'm down. Bend like a terrorist, isn't he? So hold. Tight. Longer tight again. Excellent.
That vertebrae hurt.
Yeah, that's the one that causes all your down bowel movement as well. Just all depends on that some of the time. See over here. L5. Goes right to the intestine. That's exactly what you're talking about.
Every time I get out of here, I just go to the straight to the restroom. More time.
Has a lot of kick. Has a lot of kick to it. Put over here. Look. It has a lot of kick to it. This little thing.
So
you can change. Yes, I can change its force. Much lesser. To much more.
Wow. And then you pretty much just put it on the vertebrae and then you pop it back in.
Adjusted, or I can put on a nerve. Your brain would do it. If I put on the bone, I would move the bone. If I put on this nerve, the signal goes all the way up to the brain. Your brain calculates the signal, sends impulse up to the side, down the spinal cord, to this opposite side of the activation or adjustment, tightens the muscles, move the bone according to your genetic information. When I move the bone, I'm doing it. When I put on the nerve, your body does it. So I use both.
Got it. That's awesome. And then, I don't know what it is, but every time I get adjusted, I start getting crazy bowel movements. So it's, I think, what would you say? It was L5?
Yeah.
L5.
All that nerve goes right to the intestine area. It's all of these supplies, all of the lower, all of the intestine area. The nerve comes from the lower. But in your case, this is exactly what the problem is. The spine is misaligned, pinching these nerves, causing all this. It can even, lead to bladder problems, reproductive organ problems, kidney problems, depending which nerve is involved. If this nerve gets pinched, you have got liver problem. If this gets pinched, you get, liver, because it's a large organ, has got many nerve supply to it. This one goes to your basically, all the salivary glands or sweating glands. This one goes to the heart, basically. Regulates your heartbeat, heart, pressure, everything. This one goes to your lungs, basically. And again, you've got two supplies. One is the resting position of the body. One is active. Like moving around, body needs more function. Therefore, these nerves stimulate the organs. If you're sleeping, only these are sleeping right now. When you're sleeping at nights, only this functions and this one. You're at resting position. When you move around, work or stress, they come to assistance to give more, respond to the body's demand from outside.
That makes sense.
This one goes to the arm. So it's fast. It's really fascinating.
It really is, because every time I get adjusted, I always have crazy bowel movements, and the problem is my L5. I showed you guys in the X-rays. This one's all out of whack, and it's pinching my nerves. You could definitely see in the X-rays. Every time I get adjusted, my colon just opens up, I guess.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay guys, so that was pretty much my chiropractic. Now I'm back to work. Gotta get this freaking seal in. I just got the seal in. So highly important that I put this in properly, because I do not want to order another one, because I'm already in my third one. And each one of these fucking seals costs a couple bucks. They're not cheap. They're over $30. So anyways, I'm gonna put this bad boy in and it should be good to go. So I'll show you guys in a second. All right, gentlemen, the way I know with stuff like this, especially with like a rear main seal, you want to be 100% sure that the seal is going to be 100%. So I'm taking extra precaution and cleaning everything up really well. So the way I like to do it, obviously brake clean. California brake clean is not very good, as some of you would imagine. Chemicals here suck, but it does a job, kind of. Anyways, I like to clean the surfaces, obviously, but what I like to do is I like to take my glove that is very clean and dry. You guys can hear that, no oil on it. And then I know that the surface is clean when I can run my finger across it and I can feel a drag. So right now it's dragging, you know what I'm saying? It's dragging. because it's clean. There's no oil on the surface, and that's what you want when you're cleaning these surfaces. You want to be able to run your rubber glove across it, and the glove will get stuck because there's no lubrication on the surface. There's no oil, and that's how you know it's nice and ready to go back on. I also take a little bit of sandpaper, and I just kind of sand the surface of it very lightly. You don't want to gouge it. Be really gentle with it, and that kind of gives it like a little rough surface for the silicone to attach to. And I know they don't do that from the factory, but again, from the factory, everything is fucking super clean in an environment that's like sealed off to the rest of the world. So very unlikely that they, you know, will have any contaminants on top of surfaces when they're assembling the engine. But when you're, you know, doing this, it's already been, you know, it already has a lot of silicone on it and whatever. Anyways, super clean. Make sure that it's nice and clean, and you should be good to go. Anyways, this thing's almost ready to go back on. I'm gonna put the rear main seal on this bad boy and then clean it one more time, like do what I'm doing right now, and then it'll go back on. I'll show you guys that process as soon as I'm ready to go, okay? All right, boys, I got this bad boy put back on and sealed up. I did wipe off the excess silicone right here on the bottom of the pan. The reason why is because I don't want it to interfere with the pickup on the crankshaft. I cleaned this off and I made sure that this was all cleaned off, because when the wheel is actually on it, when the flex pick's actually on it, it'll pick it up and it'll throw it all the way around. Even though it's dry, and I'm worried that it'll get on that and it'll give like a weird signal. But anyways, that's just something. But besides that, straightforward. Really there's really nothing else. It just put it all, you know, evenly, and then you should be good to go. As long as you follow the cleaning procedures on how to do gaskets, then you should be fine. Putting enough silicone on there, like a nice small bead, and spreading it, it should be fine. Ugh, fuck. I just got fucking brake clean in my eye, boys. It's not fun. Wear your safety glasses. I never wear safety glasses, but it's a good time to wear some. And the brake clean knew that I was talking shit on it, and I was like, yo, brake clean sucks in California. And he's like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? My eye, it's all red. Jesus. Anyways, get back to work, boys. Training's going back in right now. Gotta get this shit done. It's the bad part about being a one-man shop. You end up having to do everything, especially when you're hurt. It is what it is. We'll get shit done. Okay, boys. Quick tip. Putting on the tranny's in. Well, kind of in. It's in position. I have it in position now. It's bolted down to the bell housing by 2 bolts. So it's in position. Now what I'm doing is putting on the torque converter bolts. And quick tip on that. So what I like to do is I like to find the hole, obviously, and put it in. But I put it in pretty much all the way in, but I don't tighten it down. Okay, so the torque converter is still loose. And the reason why I do that is because if you don't put the rest of the bolts in after tightening down one of them, it'll be really hard to find the hole, because there's a little bit of play in there. So what I like to do is just leave it a little bit loose, find the next hole, put the bolt in, don't tighten it all the way down, find the next one, put them all in. And once I have them all started, that's when I tighten them all down, okay? Because like I said, a lot of times you'll tighten it down and the torque converter will move and the rest of the holes won't line up, but this one will, because, you know, whatever. But that's the only tip I have for you guys on that. Besides that, it's all pretty much straightforward. That's really it. Everything else is pretty much put it back together. So that's what I'm gonna do now. It is, hopefully this only takes an hour. It's 12:12. It's 12:22, excuse me. And hopefully I'm done at 1:30, because I wanna go to lunch by 1:45. So I'm gonna get on it. See you guys soon. Fuck yeah, boys. Just started up, like literally right now. So now what I have to do, it's 2 o'clock. So I'm a little bit over my time. I was trying to finish at 1:45, but I'm at 2 o'clock right now. And what am I gonna do? There's a shield for the starter that I put 1 bolt in, but I haven't finished putting it in. It's very difficult, so I was like, fuck, if this thing doesn't start for whatever reason, I'm gonna have to take all this shit off again. So I'd rather just get most of it, be able to start, because the rest of it was very easy to do, trying to putting it in, all the connectors, bolts, everything was easy, except for that, the starter issue. And then now I have to finish up putting the dipstick back in it, and then top off the fluids, and I should be good to go. Yeah, I'm happy. I got like another half an hour probably to get all this shit done. So 2:30 I should be done with it. Hopefully, take it for a test drive, make sure there's no leaks. Should be good to go. All right, boys. Obviously the truck is gone. Everything's cool with it. I did have to test drive it a little bit longer than I wanted to and let it idle a little bit longer than I wanted to. With Toyotas, there is a reset relearn procedure for the idle. Pretty sure Toyota guys know what the fuck it is. I don't know what it is. I don't want to look it up. Normally what I do with Toyotas when I disconnect the battery is I just let them run. I test drive them. It does get a little bit dangerous though because they tend to shut off when you don't have your foot on the gas because the idle isn't learned yet. So what ends up happening is like you'll be turning left and then like the truck will turn off because you're like letting off the gas. You know what I mean? So just be really careful. Don't give the car back to the customer like that. Make sure when you replace a battery on a Toyota that you let it run. Make sure that if you don't do the reset procedure, to let it run, let it relearn the idle so they don't get into any accidents because the fucking truck turns off. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's it for that. Thanks so much for watching, gentlemen. I'm done for the day. It's only 4 o'clock, but I have a bunch of stuff to do. Edit the videos, edit some articles, post some new stuff on the email list. So make sure you guys follow me on that. Thanks so much for subscribing and liking the videos and all the comments you guys leave. I read all of them. I appreciate it all, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.